It's a little windy, so I don't know how the audio is going to turn out on this. Just wanted to do kind of a general update, mainly concerning the ostrich, but I kind of didn't want to necessarily feature him because it is so upsetting. But just for a moment here, you can see how much the camels are shedding out. Kind of late in the season. It's been unusually hot this year, probably the hottest since I've lived here. Here, Nessie, come into focus. There you go. So I have several new sheep that just came out of quarantine. I'm sure you can spot them out. They're pretty easy to spot. These three here, these are painted desert sheep. They were hauled in from Texas about a month ago. Guys, get out of the way. And over here, these are American black bellies. A ram and a little 3-month-old ewe, and another American black belly. So right now I'm pretty satisfied with my herd. Don't think I'm going to be getting any other sheep this year unless I can find a nice Jacob's ewe, just because that is a heritage breed that is threatened, and I'd like to conserve it by breeding Jackson to a purebred ewe. But I'm very, very happy with my herd. All different kinds of bloodlines. And if you're wondering why I got the other ram, it's because a lot of these sheep aren't seasonal breeders, so they can actually be bred twice. So if he does his job, I could have a second additional crop of lambs in the fall. Right, mister? Hey. Whereas opposed to Octavian will only breed in the fall to give spring lambs. So that's really the most recent happenings as far as them. I did expect lambs from Livia and from Echo. Is that Livia there? It's kind of hard for me to tell. Yeah, it is. She looks pregnant to me, but it's getting so late in the season, I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna lamb, and I don't know if Echo is either. Now, with what happened with the ostrich, what do you see, Jambi? What do you see? Good girl. But what happened with Sniper's friend, unfortunately, I got the blood test back today, Friday morning, and he is severely selenium and vitamin E deficient, and most certainly, based on that, has white muscle disease, and that is his reason for not standing up. The stress induced by the transport being done incorrectly triggered him to go down for sure, and then his muscles were not strong enough to support him being able to get back up again. I really hate to say this, but he's going to have to be euthanized. There is nothing that can be done. He's on medication now for the pain and various other things, but it's only a short-term solution. And like others have commented, and I feel the same way, that at least he's going to die in peace and painlessly here instead of, I'm not even going to say, but if you want to look up how ostriches are slaughtered, it is horrible. So at least there is that. The whole thing has been extremely traumatic for me. It ended in the worst way possible. I'm pretty knowledgeable about veterinary medicine, and especially about selenium deficiency, and I knew it when I saw it, so the test results were not surprising at all to me. Now, as far as the money that was donated to bring Sniper's friend here, this is only a setback. I'm not going to give up. I put that money into my savings account, and as soon as I have a chance, I think the only way to do this is for me to get chicks, which on a whole is just a little more expensive and a lot more difficult, but I have all the money that you guys donated to me, and I'm going to keep it in my account, and as soon as I get the opportunity to, whether it be this season or even if it has to be next, it's ready and waiting, and Sniper won't be lonely. I don't really think that, I think I just called him a boy again. I'm so stuck on that. I was so shocked to find out that Sniper was a girl. But I don't think that she technically really is lonely per se. She really is bonded with the emu and seems very, very happy. The reason I so badly want to get her a companion is I just don't believe in keeping animals that are meant to be together alone. And even though emu and ostrich may seem similar, they're really not. Their behavior is very different. They don't speak the same language. They're from two completely different continents, and she really needs to be with her own kind, and it's going to happen. It's just going to take a little longer than I had hopefully anticipated. I was just so excited when this all came together, and just like, you know, not everything in life is easy, but your donations are still very much appreciated, and they're still going to be put to use. And hey, plus that little mink, you know, I got to go get him, and he's doing very well. And you can look at it this way, you're almost helping more ostriches now, because he will be able to die here humanely instead of suffering any more from this white mussel disease and from facing a horrible death by slaughter. But we'll see what happens. I don't have any other leads on chicks at the moment because, well, I really don't want to get any from that same rancher for obvious reasons. I actually just found out, he said none of his eggs are even hatching this year, so he has some serious issues going on right now. His entire flock is probably sick. And just thank goodness that the illness isn't something that is contagious, that was going to harm Sniper. So I'm just trying to look at this as positive as possible. Hi, Octavian. You need to shut out. As soon as it rains here, this will all be shut out. Hey, Jackson, and you really need to get that wool off you. Dasher got hers off. You need to get yours off. What do you think about that, buddy? Just trying to think if I have any other updates. Everyone else is doing great. The Patagonian Maras are getting a lot bigger. They're doing very well, especially the female. And by doing well, I mean just adjusting to being around people in these situations. She wears her halter really well. She's really, really friendly. I'm even letting her outside with me. The male is a little bit more skittish. I'm guessing they didn't spend quite as much time with him. The mink's doing well. Another week or two, I would say he's past the stage where I would worry about him passing away from various issues. I mean, he's also from a fur farm, and they're not exactly breeding for longevity, so there could be so many things that go wrong, just like human infants, just with organ failure, etc. But he looks great, and he's doing great, and he's just starting to learn how to play, if you saw my other video. So everyone else is doing very well, and everything has been going pretty good. I bet you guys are jealous that Ram's with the ladies. Yeah. But yeah, these two are seasonal breeders. They will only go into rut during the fall. That's not true with American black bellies. They will breed at any time. It's a really nice sunset. But I've been hinting at it the last few days on Facebook and in a couple of my videos, but I recently found out that there's going to be another animal joining our crew very soon, which was a surprise. Thank you to my loving family who, you know, instead of getting me, I don't know, maybe normal things that a girl might want, of course they got me an animal. And I guess they've been planning this for a very long time, and I'm extremely, extremely excited, but part of me is like, oh my God, really? I've got these Patagonian Mar I'm raising, and then of course the mink and the trouble with the ostrich, so I'm going to be very, very, very busy this summer. But I'm going to keep you in suspense as to what exactly he is, and it's going to be very shortly now, and I'm going to put a video up, and then you will know. But I am very, very excited, and it's been a good thing and a bad thing because it's helped me to feel a little bit better with all I've gone through with the ostrich and everything. But it's also going to be a lot of work. I consider this animal to be probably one of the most difficult to raise and keep, and I think I'm ready for that challenge. I like a challenge, and that's part of the reason that I'm attracted to the ostriches. They're very, very difficult to keep. See, when I walked away, they all followed me. And I have so many pens to build on top of all this too. I've got to get one for the mink. Don't have to do that so immediately. He can stay in the house for a while. The Maras, I think, are getting kind of big. They're kind of ready to go outside now. I am generally not very good at that stuff. Hoping I can just go to Home Depot and be like, hey, cut this to this size, and I can kind of just make it, because I really don't want to hire someone else. It's just I only have so much money and so many resources, and I would much rather better spend that money on the animals. A really beautiful full moon tonight. There's my sugar tree. Okay, well, that's a very pretty shot. We're losing a lot of light here. There's one more thing though that I forgot to mention, which if you've been a long-term subscriber, you saw my videos with Marion, my Von der Decken's hornbill, and I haven't shot anything of him for a while, and that's because I don't have him here. A lot of people have asked me this. I think I've mentioned in videos before, but I could not find him a mate. I just couldn't find him a mate. They're not super, super rare as far as hornbills or softbills go, but it was difficult, and they are social creatures, and I felt bad for him being alone in that aviary. So there was someone up in Phoenix who had various different species in an aviary, and he sort of hornbill sat him for me. But the great news is that I may be getting him back soon, because I think I found a lead on a female that needs a home. It's not a for sure thing, so we'll see what happens. I'm not going to get too excited, but there you go. So I can finally get Marion back. I really miss him, but I really wanted what was best for him to begin with. So lots going on this summer. Usually is a busy time. It's just, you know, the time of just birth and creation and everything, all the babies being born, but I have a lot to take care of, and it is a 24-hour job. It really, really is. But I finally feel like so much is coming together with training the different animals for the educational work, and hopefully my surprise animal I'm getting is going to be one of those, and I hope he's going to be a wonderful ambassador for an often misunderstood breed. And I think we're done. Want to say goodnight, Nessie? Nessie? Nessie! Okay, well, we got a goodbye from Dasher. But thank you again for all you did for that ostrich. Don't take his passing as something to mourn. It was inevitability, and he is going to die here in this quiet peacefulness instead of in the horrible place he came from, and just try to remember that. And thank you. You have been so supportive, and I hope you like my videos and continue to watch them, and I will continue to make them.